The countdown to the 2026 FIFA World Cup has begun. 48 nations, 3 host countries, 1 trophy, and one question the entire football world is asking: who is most likely to win it all? Some teams have history, some teams have superstars, some teams have momentum, but only a few have the complete formula to survive the pressure, the travel, the knockout rounds, and the chaos of the biggest World Cup ever. Today, we break down the top 7 teams most likely to win the 2026 World Cup, based on squad depth, star power, tournament experience, tactical balance, and the storylines that could define football history. Stay until number 1, because the favorite may be obvious, but the biggest danger may be hiding in plain sight. At number 7, Germany. Germany may not enter this tournament as the loudest favorite, but writing them off would be a mistake. This is still Germany, a nation built for tournament football, pressure, discipline, and survival. The biggest storyline is the return of experience mixed with a new creative generation. Manuel Neuer brings leadership and World Cup history. Antonio Rudiger gives them steel at the back. And in attack, Germany has one of the most exciting young cores in Europe. Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz can change the rhythm of a match in seconds. Kai Havertz gives them flexibility. Leroy Sane brings speed and unpredictability. But Germany's biggest question is consistency. Can they control big matches for 90 minutes? Can they handle elite counter-attacking teams? And can this generation restore the fear Germany used to bring into every World Cup? If Germany finds balance between youth and experience, they are not just a dangerous team. They are a team nobody wants to meet in the knockout rounds. At number 6, Brazil. No World Cup conversation is complete without Brazil. 5-time champions, the most iconic football nation on earth. But in 2026, Brazil enters the tournament with more questions than usual. The talent is still frightening. Vinicius Jr. has become one of the most explosive attackers in world football. Rafinha brings movement, intensity, and finishing. Endrick represents the future. And Neymar, if fit, remains one of the most talented players of his generation. But this Brazil team is not just about magic anymore. Under Carlo Ancelotti, the question is whether Brazil can combine creativity with structure. Can they defend as a unit? Can they control big European opponents? Can they stop depending on individual brilliance and become a true tournament machine? The Neymar storyline makes Brazil even more dramatic. Is this his final World Cup chapter? Is Vinicius now the true face of Brazil? And can Ancelotti finally give Brazil the tactical identity they have been missing? Brazil may not be the safest pick, but if their attack catches fire, they can destroy anyone. At number 5, Argentina. The defending champions return with one of the biggest storylines of the entire tournament, Lionel Messi's 6th World Cup. This is not just another tournament for Argentina. This is the final chapter of one of football's greatest stories. Messi has already completed the dream. But now comes a different challenge: defending the crown. Argentina still has a battle-tested core. Emiliano Martinez gives them confidence in goal. Rodrigo de Paul brings emotional fire. Alexis Mac Allister and Enzo Fernandez give control in midfield. Lautaro Martinez and Julian Alvarez give attacking depth. the strength of Argentina is not just talent, it is belief. This team knows how to suffer. They know how to win ugly. They know how to survive penalties, pressure, and chaos. But repeating as World Cup champions is one of the hardest things in football. The target is now on Argentina's back. Every opponent will play them like a final. And Messi, at this stage of his career, may not be asked to carry every minute, but one moment from him can still change the world. Argentina may not look like the fastest team. They may not look like the deepest team, but they have something few teams have: the memory of winning it all. At number 4, Portugal. Portugal might be the most fascinating team in this tournament, because this is not just Cristiano Ronaldo's last dance. This is also one of the deepest Portuguese squads ever assembled. Ronaldo brings history, leadership, and the hunger of a man still chasing the one trophy missing from his international legacy. But Portugal is no longer only about Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes gives creativity and leadership. Bernardo Silva controls rhythm. Rafael Leao brings explosiveness. João Felix can unlock defenses. Ruben Dias gives defensive authority. Diogo Costa is one of the most important goalkeepers to watch. The question is not whether Portugal has talent. The question is whether they can become a complete team when the pressure becomes extreme. Can they balance Ronaldo's role with the speed of the new generation? Can they handle knockout games without losing control? And can Roberto Martinez turn individual quality into a clear World Cup identity? If Portugal gets the chemistry right, they are not just a dark horse. They are a real title contender. At number 3, England. This may be the most talented England generation in decades. But with England, the question is never only talent. The question is pressure. Harry Kane remains one of the best finishers in world football. Jude Bellingham has become a global superstar, capable of dominating midfield and attacking the box like a forward. Bukayo Saka gives balance and danger. Declan Rice gives control. Phil Foden adds creativity. The squad is deep, modern, and dangerous. On paper, England has almost everything: goals, physicality, midfield power, Premier League intensity, big game players. But England's story is always about the final step. Can they win when expectations are crushing? Can they stay brave in knockout matches? Can they avoid becoming too cautious when the game gets tight? This team does not need to prove it has talent. It needs to prove it has the killer instinct to finish the job. If England wins the 2026 World Cup, it would not feel like a miracle. It would feel like the moment this generation was built for. At number 2, France. France might have the most dangerous knockout weapon in world football: Kylian Mbappé. When Mbappé is on the field, no match is safe. One run, one touch, one finish, and the entire game changes. But France is not only Mbappé. This is a nation with elite athletes in almost every position. Their squad depth is terrifying. Their attacking options are fast, direct, and unpredictable. Their midfield has power and mobility. Their experience in major tournaments is proven. France reached the 2018 final and won it. They reached the 2022 final and came within inches of winning again. This is not a team learning how to compete. This is a team built to live deep in tournaments. The concern for France is defensive balance. Can they stay solid against teams that control possession? Can they avoid emotional chaos? And can they keep their biggest stars healthy through a longer, expanded World Cup? If France reaches the final again, nobody will be shocked. They have the speed, the experience, and the superstar power to win the whole thing. And at number 1, Spain. Spain enters 2026 as one of the most complete and exciting teams in world football. They have youth, they have rhythm, they have technical control, and they have the kind of football identity that can suffocate opponents over 90 minutes. Lamine Yamal is the player everyone will be watching. At such a young age, he already plays with the confidence of a superstar. His creativity, timing, and fearlessness gives Spain a weapon they did not have before. But Spain is not built around one player. Pedri gives elegance and control. Rodri gives balance and intelligence. Nico Williams brings speed and directness. Dani Olmo adds movement between the lines. This is a team that can dominate possession, but also attack with more speed than past Spanish teams. The reason Spain is so dangerous is simple. They can control the game and still hurt you quickly. They can slow the match down, make you chase the ball, and then suddenly accelerate. But the biggest question is maturity. Can a young team handle the emotional pressure of a World Cup? Can they survive physical opponents? Can they turn beautiful football into ruthless tournament football? If the answer is yes, Spain may not just be a favorite, they may be the team everyone else has to solve. So here is the final list. Number 7, Germany, dangerous, disciplined, and ready to rebuild its World Cup identity. Number 6, Brazil, explosive, emotional, and always capable of magic. Number 5, Argentina, the champions, led by Messi, trying to defend history. Number 4, Portugal, Ronaldo's last dance, backed by one of the deepest squads in the world. Number 3, England, loaded with talent, but still chasing the final step. Number 2, France, fast, experienced, and terrifying in knockout football. And number 1, Spain, young, fearless, technical, and maybe the most complete team heading into 2026. But the World Cup is never won on paper. Injuries change everything. One red card can destroy a favorite. One penalty shootout can rewrite history. One teenager can become a legend. One veteran can deliver the final chapter of a career. That is why 2026 may be one of the most unpredictable World Cups ever. More teams, more matches, more travel, more pressure, and more opportunities for chaos. Spain may be the most complete team. France may have the most dangerous superstar. England may have the deepest squad. Portugal may have the most emotional storyline. Argentina may have the champion's mentality. Brazil may have the highest attacking ceiling. And Germany may be the team nobody wants to face, but only one nation will lift the trophy. Now I want to hear your prediction. Who do you think will win the 2026 World Cup? Will it be Spain, France, England, Portugal, Argentina, Brazil, Germany? Or will a dark horse shock the world? Comment your champion below. And in the next video, I will analyze the most underrated dark horse teams that could destroy everyone's bracket. Subscribe for more professional World Cup analysis, tactical breakdowns, and football predictions.